Hit the music.
What time is it?
Boom.
The future is coming on, it's coming on, it's coming on, it's coming on, it's coming.
And we're coming on to you today from Aptosia, from Aptos, California, down by the beach, with friends visiting from New Jersey, of all places. We've got Gabrielle Cianfrani in the studio, and her daughter, Angelina. That's it? Yeah. Okay, we got it.
There you go.
And Mrs. Future's son here, and Bobby in San Francisco.
And Aura
And
on
Aura.
the ether waves out
Yeah,
of time.
Chomping at the bit. So we got a whole studio of people today. Welcome all to our holiday show here.
Well, thank you.
Holiday
It's
show.
great to be
'Cause
here.
nothing says Christmas like a bunch of adults talking to an invisible lady from the future.
Yeah, okay.
Thanks, girl.
Thanks. I'm going to put you on pause now, Aura. Not that I don't love you, but people sometimes get priority. Okay.
Sometimes get priority.
Sometimes.
Yeah, now you guys know how he really feels. It sort of looks like Dr. Future and the Pips here.
Beep, boop, boop.
No, you got Bobby there. He's got a whole half screen.
Bobby, you really look like the star of the show because you've got the biggest profile and you're on top.
I
And
think you need a hat. Do you have a special hat? It's almost New Year. It's almost New Year's Eve, yeah. You need a hat.
Bring my steampunk hat. Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, there you
In fact,
go.
I'll go get it.
Oh, great.
Good, I love it.
Continue.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Okay, I'm giving you a heart for that one.
I'll be back.
We've got our guests in from the East Coast, and let's find out why they're here. What brings you guys to the left coast?
That's right. You had to really make your way through some terrible snowstorms. You
Pretty
had to
bad weather there,
reschedule
from
your
what I could
flight. You were in the height of the headlines of like all the reasons not to travel during the holidays. Yet here you are.
That's true. Yeah, this was a good time to come for us because Angelina has some time off. She's awaiting the result of her law school applications, so she's not working, and this is kind of the last maybe year that she'll have completely free.
Yeah,
So,
a chance for you to hang out with
She's
your daughter
never-
in here in
yeah,
California.
you know, this is my happy special place, and I wanted to share that with her. I wish that my older daughter were here
As well.
My sister Julia, but she's full steam ahead and into her life as an adult.
Yeah,
She's adulting.
as these things seem to happen. All right. Angelina, how do you like Santa Cruz so far?
It's beautiful. I haven't been here long, but about a day and a half now, but I understand why my mom likes spending so much time here and as much as possible. I know we're here in a weird time weather-wise, but I'm trying to enjoy it while I can. Like today, not gonna rain, want to get outside, enjoy it. That's what we did yesterday. It was beautiful.
You got down to the beach, huh?
Yes, I did. My first West Coast sunset. First time seeing the Pacific Ocean. So
Oh, yeah.
very cool.
Did it meet your expectations?
It did, yeah, it did.
Did you put your feet in the water?
I did. I dipped a toe.
That's it. That's all. That's enough. You're
brisk.
baptized.
It was brisk, but I felt it. I felt it was necessary. I was barefoot on the beach. You have to just touch the water. The bare minimum, maybe, but the minimum nonetheless.
Well, I'm glad you had a good experience with it, that you saw the sunny weather before
Oh,
the,
yeah.
the monsoons come in here. That's great.
But it's always funny, even when they say it's going to rain, you always...
There's still a lot of sun.
Yeah. It's like when they say it's going to be a perfectly sunny day and you wake up and that marine layer is still kind of hovering over, and then it clears out by around this time like it is now, and
Yeah.
it should turn out to be a beautiful day here.
Well, you guys have a unique perspective in that you know the East Coast really well. You live near Atlantic City, so you've seen a lot of sunrises.
Sunrises, yes.
Over that.
But you have to get up early for that.
Yeah, sunsets are a lot easier on your time
There's a
schedule. Yeah.
downside, yeah.
Right.
But it is warmer in the Atlantic. Not
Yeah.
at this time of year, but,
Yeah.
you know, in the summertime, it gets into the 70s, the water temperature. So it's a bit different than here.
Yeah, it can be quite pleasant. I've noticed the 70s we never see that On the West Coast,
No,
it's
no,
always
never.
like a little bit colder.
And the sand is a little different, geologically speaking.
That's right. You guys have like these big sand berms that kind of protect the houses from the
Sand dunes.
Yeah, the
Sand dunes.
dunes.
right, the dunes. We don't have the dunes here
Yes.
so much.
Well, a lot of people fight that in New Jersey. There was a big battle actually just south of Atlantic City in Margate. The folks who were on the beach did not want the dunes, but what happened is it wound up protecting all of their very expensive homes. And it also adds to the environment, native plants and native animals. And so there's so much life in the dunes. And so it actually has a multifaceted purpose. And,
Yeah, so
and-
you're saying that they're a healthy environment, they're an ecosystem that adds to the beach, and it protects the houses.
Yes.
What about the view, though? Doesn't it block the view?
If people had that direct on beach, like you guys here at the beach house,
This
it
is
would
beach
affect it if
road
you were
in
down at ground
Aptos.
level. But you also have this beautiful deck up here and this gorgeous window, and
So
you
we'd
know,
be able
it
to
would
see over the
protect you
burns,
from
yeah.
flooding and. Yeah, it would, and people did that. They built up. If it affected their view, they just went with it because the damage, the potential damage from storms and surges, was just too great. So
Everything on the shore is built up. Everything is
Yes.
up so tall. If you're on a beach block, you have a really tall house anyway. You have the support underneath and you can see over everything. I've noticed around this coast is that there's a lot of, either single story or just in general shorter homes. But that's what it feels like is you climb your house mountain to see over to the ocean.
So you feel like in Atlantic City, everybody's ready for it to turn into Venice, and the sea can rise, and they'll just move to the
You're
second
ready.
floor.
Good. Hurricane Sandy did that.
Yeah.
They, some people had 3 feet of water in their homes. You guys had a lot of water here, but when I tell you that for some people it was waist high in their own homes. So that changes things for a person. Yeah, it became necessary. People suddenly realized the necessity of mitigating these potential disasters.
Yeah.
Well, at least they still believe in being close to the coast, right?
Oh, yes.
They haven't moved to the mountains yet.
No, that would be far for us to go to the mountains. That's the great thing that I love here is that you can be in the mountains and 30 minutes later you're at the beach, and we don't have that. We definitely lack that. I think
The flatlands.
The
flatlands.
Yes, we are from the flatlands.
But you have this beautiful lake right practically next door to you.
Yeah.
Across the street, yes.
Across the street,
We
yeah.
have 5 lakes in our community. It's very nice, and
Yeah.
it's woodsy, and
Well, yes, it's
peaceful.
very pleasant place.
But it is flat.
Yeah, I'm used to thinking of New Jersey as up near New York, where it's like the armpit of the East.
Oh yeah,
and, with all the oil refineries and such. But
there's a great movie, by the way. It's probably
The Sopranos,
it's-
the beginning of The
No,
Sopranos.
it was one of the worst movies ever made.
A great movie.
It
It was
is
the worst
yes,
ever made.
it's the best
Cult
of
classic.
the worst movies ever
Yeah.
made. And it's called Nothing But Trouble. It's a movie that Dan Aykroyd wrote, directed, stars in. John Candy is in it. Oh, what's her name? Demi Moore. It is one of it's phenomenal. So they're like these New York socialites who are headed to Atlantic City. And they have to get onto the turnpike, onto the New Jersey Turnpike up in North Jersey. And it's just like all these oil refineries everywhere, and they have to get off of the highway. And I forget, I think it's to get gas or something like that. They have to stop for some reason.
Yeah, the bathroom.
And
Yeah.
they end up in this, it's like this, it's hilarious. It's like this, it looks like you're in a giant factory town. And John Candy and Dan Aykroyd plays this old judge, and they get pulled over by John Candy, who also plays a multiple role of a twin sister. Of the cop who stops them, and they all have to like go on trial at the judge's house. It is absolutely it became one of the biggest sinkholes of production history in all of movie history. I forget how much money that movie lost. I want to say $100 million. Like it was the biggest flop of all time. It's a must see.
Oh,
Yeah.
So it sounds like the producers, huh? You think like Dan Aykroyd was trying to lose money so he could collect on the insurance or something?
I think Dan Aykroyd was being very obsessive about it. Like he really believed in it, and it just kept piling on. That he kept missing budget and asking for more money, and yeah, it became a literal beast of a production.
But it has a really good feeling of what that part of the country looks like.
It's
though, is what you're saying? It's,
yeah, like you can. Yes, and so where I live is nothing like that.
Nothing. Oh,
I
thank
just
you.
want
for
to
that.
say
Okay, that's what I was saying. You're not in the armpit of the east. You're down
south. Yes.
exit 4 or something like that.
South
right
of we're at exit 4. That's hilarious. My mother is at exit 4.
Oh, okay. All right, it's close then. What are you, 3? Or you
so
you
funny.
cut over to the Atlantic
Over
City Expressway.
Atlantic
right?
City Expressway.
From
yes.
Philadelphia.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I
I
tell
get
you,
off at 4. That's what I do.
You do 4? Okay, see, I went to 4.
Yes,
not ashamed of your
Route
exit.
73.
Exit 4, yep. 73 all the way down.
In terms of your normal life on the East Coast, do you think much about the future, about how you'd like things to be, or do you feel that effect that you're being controlled by the bigger forces than you have any say over?
Well, I think that's an interesting transition from talking about our geographic area, that we're not in the built up, when you think of this urban side of New Jersey, and we're in farmlands, pine lands.
Yeah, more nature.
It's the most densely populated state.
Yeah.
And we live in a very not densely populated area. So it kind of is, just thinking off of history, the natural progression that it will be built up in some way. And you kind of see it. We're in the center of South Jersey, and you see it all around us from Atlantic City to Philadelphia, coming in more and more. So
Yeah.
in an infrastructure way, I think it's probably inevitable, but not as rapid as it could be, I guess. So I don't know. It's interesting that you still have your little slice of nature and whatever amidst all of this.
A lot of farmers markets and farmers and
Wow, so
farm stands and things like that.
So you guys have a unique perspective. For most East Coasters, they're more acidified, more in an urban environment.
Yes. Well, I come from Philadelphia, but I've spent more years in New Jersey than...
And you raised your kids in the
I
country,
raised-
so to
I
speak.
did, yeah. They're little country bumpkins who were protected from the big city, but we would go into Philadelphia, so it was always nice if we wanted to catch a show.
Right, so you have
we
the best
could
of
drive
both
up
worlds.
to New York or
That
go
sense.
to Philadelphia. We're also really close to DC, relatively. It's a really great area to be.
So you guys know New York and Philadelphia?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
We love New York. And Philadelphia is home. My family came to Philadelphia in 1877.
Wow.
So it's very much home. It's a place where I take kind of ownership of, in terms of feeling like it's my city. Living in New Jersey for such a long time, I also love getting back home to the peace and the quiet. And, it's very, very, very quiet where we live.
That's the other thing, is that how does this pastoral existence that you have at home add to your life? Are you more in touch with nature, do you think, than most of your contemporaries?
Definitely. Yeah, I think about the things like spiders. When you
Yeah, a lot of people
when you live
kill
in
them
the city,
instantly.
right?
Yeah,
You just want to kill everything. You're like, kill it. If there's something in the house, kill it. And you move out to the country, and you're like, you know what? We're gonna let that little spider like just you're fine, little house spider. You just do your thing. keep us safe from those insects.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think I've reached that level of inner peace yet.
Angelina,
You're still working on that one, Ange?
I'm still working on that real bad. I don't want to kill things. You
we
have
try
a
to take
guilty
them out.
conscience.
Yeah.
But you're a little more like at the cat level.
Listen, I've vacuumed up a lot of spiders before because I just can't.
Vacuum. Yeah,
I
that.
don't want to approach them. I
Yeah.
don't want to coexist with them. I have a guilty conscience about it, but I can't. I don't know.
Oh,
There's
now
just
see
something-
what you're experiencing is just an animal's need for turf.
Sure, yeah, territorial. It's primal, maybe. I don't know.
I think so. I think there's a
Scared
primal
spider
element
will
there.
cause me harm. Get
Yeah.
out of my area.
Yeah. More,
I have that attitude about mice. If I could just communicate with them, like where the boundaries are, and they stay outside, we got no problem. But as soon as they're inside and they're choosing like which corner they want to defecate in, they're done.
Oh no! Rodents have to go. Rodents or vermin.
no, wait a minute.
Vermin, disease
Now I feel
causing
like
vermin.
You're climbing up like the evolutionary ladder. I don't understand. It all should go.
Well,
Spoken like a true apex predator.
But spider can stay.
Yes, spider stays, mouse leaves. That's right. That's why we have cats.
yeah. Well, it's the natural order of things in that sense. Isn't most medical research based on mice?
What, you're saying we should have a mercy relationship with them?
Well, it's just that they play such an
'Cause they
important
help
role
us?
in our evolution of health. why should we have such an attitude that they're vermin? Isn't that like ultimately directing negativity towards ourselves?
Well, I'll ask you a question.
Yeah.
Where does the bubonic plague come from?
Please.
From my best friends sometimes. But yeah, it started originally
Best friend
from
gave us
bu-
bubonic plague.
No,
What
well,
are you talking about?
I'm
old
saying
is
that
his best friend?
in reality, people got it from each other, but it started with the vermin.
It started
Yeah.
with the fleas that were on the vermin.
On the rats.
On the rats, that's right.
Are we talking mouse or rat? I feel like we're comparing apples to oranges here.
Yeah.
But don't you think we're in this kind of punishing the messenger? The rats carried the fleas, and they're taking the blame.
I agree.
Listen, they eat babies in their cribs, okay? They have to go.
Babies? Like human babies?
Babies, human babies.
What are you talking about?
She's
they
being
will
anthropomorphic.
gnaw on the fingers. Listen,
Yeah.
look it up. Look it up. Look it up.
I'm not going to look up
Yeah.
your search history. Babies get eaten, rats.
Wow. Never heard that one before, Gabs.
Yeah, look. It happens. It happens.
Okay,
Pomeranians have done the same thing. I'm just saying.
It's true. No need to give the
I don't
Pomeranians
want
a
to get
pass.
dark, but it's a true story. It's happened. It's dark.
It's dark.
It's horrible. It's tragic. I don't want to get into it. And but that has happened.
Many
before.
baby fingers have been sacrificed.
I knew there was something wrong with
All
those
must
little
go.
fluffy dogs.
Angry little puffballs.
Puffballs of doom and despair.
Well, how do you feel about dolphins and whales then?
Dolphins are so different. Everyone knows that. Dolphins, they're intelligent. They have interesting relationships with each other, communication. Protect the dolphins. I'm team dolphin.
I'm Team Dolphin.
100% team dolphin.
Okay,
So
well, we have those.
I think we have a size thing going
Yeah.
on. Like, basically if they're small
Mammals?
enough to
No,
clear
mammals,
from our
right?
domain, then let's do it. And if they're bigger than us, then let's negotiate.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's
I think it's about causing a. I have absolutely no basis for any of this reasoning, really.
Oh, there's the attitude.
Intelligence, but then I just feel bad for things that aren't intelligent just because
Yeah.
of the way they look. I don't know. It has
Totally
to be
random.
completely like biological in a way that I don't understand because that's not my area of study. So I just.
That's
My
right.
area
That's-
of study.
It's my defense of any.
Yeah, you're not a biologist. You want to be a lawyer, right?
This is right.
There you go. Oh my goodness. So equality under the law, huh? But not for smaller things.
Yeah, I don't know about spiders. I'm not so sure about
Where to draw the line?
That's
What
a
a
great
dumb-
moral question that I have not figured out yet.
I'm glad
I
to
don't
hear
know.
you're pondering it.
But to be fair, I don't spend too much time thinking about animals. Maybe as much as I should. I don't know.
What do you mostly think about then?
Oh God, I don't know. What a high pressure question.
Well,
I think
I-
about everything
About everything? Yeah.
all at once. Yeah,
Everything all at once?
It's a never-ending train of thought for me. I can't focus on something too long.
Well, I just kind of
truly.
curious with all this information coming in, and you use social media too, right?
I do. I try, you have a guilt about it because there's a stigma that exists now, especially for young people. And I was so native on social media at a young age, even before I was technically allowed to have it according to these people's policies.
Yeah.
So now I'm trying to limit myself with it. I don't use TikTok. I'm addicted to Instagram. Mark Zuckerberg has me in the chokehold with Instagram. I love to scroll and look at the silly little reels. But that's really the limit of it. And I've had it all before. I've had TikTok. I've had all the random things, B reels, platforms that came and went. I don't know. I've had mixed feelings about it of should you be tech native as a young person or should you just resist it because you know it's bad for your brain? I was talking with you about TikTok that what made me decide that this was enough and I need to get rid of this was that I would find myself scrolling and I would laugh so hard at something and then the next video that I would scroll to would make me cry, and I thought we should not be experiencing emotion in such a broad range in such a close amount of time that it feels like you're going insane. It really just, how could a person possibly have a capacity for this
totally
much emotion?
profound.
I mean, to be able to shift feelings that fast, huh?
Right, you are literally
Yeah.
crying something so tragic and sad and horrible, and then you scroll and it's the funniest thing you've seen all week, and you laugh out loud, and that's just, it makes you feel a little psychotic,
Yeah.
To be funny
I
about
have
it.
could be an interesting
never
horror film.
heard the dangers
really.
of technology summed up so eloquently.
It's
just
just, I think
beautiful.
that we have never experienced this affects to our brains and the things that we observe, it seems unnatural. And that's a stupid cop-out to say unnatural, because a lot of things are unnatural, and a lot of things that are unnatural have been very good for us. But this one, I don't know, it just drains you. It's like you spend so much time going through short form content and such a broad range of emotions that could be spent doing something else, but somehow that feels like too much for you. You know, instead of watching a movie or reading a book or doing anything, that's too much for my brain and self to,
I only have 3 minutes of quality attention here. I have to, before I move on.
Well, I have 2 hours of time that I'm going to spend it absorbing a ridiculous amount of content so variable from each other. It's insanity.
That's a perfect segue.
I have a good reason why you should do it, but I'm going to tell you after the break. We're going to go.
We have one of those little 2-minute interruptions.
Advertisers,
right now.
Okay.
All right, folks. Future Now. We'll be back
back
as soon as we figure out how to leave you with some Santa Cruz voices.
Okay, somebody sing an extra, will you?
Oh, yeah. Right, we don't have our normal musical outro.
Because we have all the mics up.
Dun, 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 dun.
Girl.
Dun, 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 dun.
That was good.
Cannabis is one of nature's most beneficial plants. Hello, I'm Jenna. Treehouse Dispensary, we use information about cannabis to build community. Listen to Carly.
Thanks, Jenna. For those who wake up in the middle of the night, Treehouse suggests a THC CBN chocolate edible blend like Sleepy Time from Sensi Chew. Sleep the night away.
For answers to your cannabis questions, ask your friends at Treehouse Dispensary, 3651 Soquel Drive in Soquel, or ourtreehouse.io.
Low-cost airlines.
With one call to low-cost airlines, you'll drastically slash your travel costs. We're talking insanely low airline prices to any of your favorite destinations. The only way to get them is to call to instantly hear the most amazing best deals on airline travel. It's that easy. So call now and start packing.
800-704-1662. 800-704-1662. That's 800-704-1662.
Attention content producers. You can have access to a complete digital media production facility at Satellite Co-working and Digital Media Studio on Soquel Avenue. Easily rent video and audio equipment, a studio with green screen, editing suite and audio booth, all at can't say no rates. Schedule a tour to see for yourself at satellitecoworking.com. Mention Santa Cruz Voice for 20% off your first reservation.
Take a magical journey through 5,000 years of civilization with Shenyun Performing Arts.
It was absolutely riveting. Beautiful. It's very nice to see a show that concentrates on the highest and the best of humanity.
My heart is fluttering because of this performance, and it's going to be with me for the rest of my life.
See it at least once in your lifetime.
And you could see on their faces this joy, this love, this fire, this passion. It was magnificent.
San Jose and San Francisco, starting from December 24th.
Yeah.
All right, who's got some return music for us here? And we're back.
And we're back.
Bordering on Mission Impossible or something. I don't know what that was.
Well, this is a kind of a Mission Impossible what we're about to discuss.
This is literally what you call making it up as we go along. I hope you guys are having fun with us. We are.
I'm thinking one step ahead here, though.
In all fairness, looking ahead.
In all fairness, yeah. I think that there is a higher purpose to social media. I don't think it's just to titillate us, to grab our attention. I think it's actually doing something.
What's your theory?
My theory is that it is part of a species exonervous system, that it is part of a nervous network that's forming, a neural network that's connecting up our entire species, no matter what country you're in. And that's creating a new identity structure for humanity, a species identity, if you will, what it means to be human, not whether you're American or Canadian or whatever. I think it's another level of identity forming. And that as it forms, it communicates with itself. And the language that everyone speaks is more like a cinematic language than it is words, because words vary from culture to culture, place to place. So the cinematic language is the core to social media. And it's mutating and changing because of the nature of the format that the media is presented, like TikTok, like a 9:16 rather than 16:9 frames. So it's not cinematic. It's focused more on personal, oriented towards self-communications. More selfies are taken with that format. Anyway, that's my theory. It's moving towards a new languaging system that will involve the entire species and allow us to communicate with each other more effectively than we are now. Right now, there's a lot of chaos between worlds, and that's kind of what we're picking up, why things are so uneasy right now. But once we really connect, I think it'll change.
I agree with that because you can observe it when you are on social media in, I guess, smaller and more insignificant ways. When you take social media combined with technology that exists, so things that can transcend borders or a language barrier or something. It makes me think when I was on TikTok, there were videos that I was seeing from a man who was in a production of Cabaret in Ukraine. And I was talking to this person because it looked like an amazing production. I love theater. I love cabaret. So I'm talking to this guy, and it's one of those things where you don't speak each other's language, but you're able to communicate. And there's also like a silent kind of form of existence and social norms on social media that aren't standard in any way. You know, you kind of let you understand people who are nothing like you just because of the way you interact with it. So I guess, I don't know, maybe just to challenge you for fun.
Yeah.
Is it a benefit or is it just a change? Because I kind of deal with that question when things are changing. I'm like, is this making us dumber, which is such a stereotype? Is it a form of evolution in a good way? Or does it literally benefit our brains and ability to interact with each other to be offline?
I think that we're hardwired for connecting directly, person to person. That's the gold standard.
Right.
And all this technology is pretty young. It's only the last 100 years that anything has really significantly evolved with it. So, yeah, I think it's young, but it's going to reach a point where it's like the holodeck, where things are photorealistic. And I'm not here, but I am here. So it's going to reach the point of the gold standard, which is face-to-face. Right. That's where I think it's heading. And with the advantage of us being able to throw symbols at each other, visual symbols that are just generated on the spot. You know, I think.
So, for instance, I don't know if you guys had a chance to see the Avatar virtual Christmas card that we sent out.
I did not.
I did.
Okay,
yes, of course.
Well, basically, we took a whole bunch of pictures from the year, and Dr. Future illustrated them so that everybody was dancing. And so the theme was basically like, it's time to celebrate. And instead of, well, the reason I'm bringing that up as an example is because these were our individual memories, but when we gave them to the AI, they were fed back to us in an enhanced form. And that is what Dr. Future has for years been calling the cinematic language, where we take some kind of familiar imagery and then the AI uses it in a visual language that communicates something human to us.
Right.
So a cinematic language is something that hasn't really been comprehended yet, and yet it communicates so much more when we experience it together.
Like, for example, Apple has put out the idea that you can design your own icons now, your own glyphs. Have you used that at all? Have you developed?
The apps on my phone are transparent now.
I see. For the uninitiated, can you tell them what that means?
I barely know what it means. Like, I lack the knowledge in general of anything related to technology, which maybe is a bad thing. Even though I'm a tech native, that's, the stereotype of my generation. But
right.
I got this new version of iOS, which personally I think is terrible. It's giving me lots of trouble.
Yeah.
But now you can personalize the way things look on your phone as opposed to, the last however many years, 15 years, where it was standard and set one way, and you have complete creative control over these things now, and the personalization of it is fun. So everything on my phone looks transparent now. You can see it, but it's just...
I cannot believe how much you made me not care about all of that.
Well, you don't want to be transparent? Come on.
Right. That's like the a very
generational
effective
difference here.
reverse sales pitch. Like, wow. Wow, did Apple fall off the cliff? Like, not even just short of the mark. Like, they totally derailed their intention.
I think maybe that has to do with the fact that it's a fatigue of these things. It's like, oh yeah, okay, we can personalize this now. Here's this one small change, and it feels so insignificant to me. After every 6 months, there's just something. It almost feels like a natural progression of life. I was an iPad kid. I had an iPad when I was 9. You just eventually, it's a sort of fatigue. And I feel that way about technology. I feel that way about politics. I feel that way about world events. When you're moving at such rapid pace, I was born in 2002. Things have moved pretty quickly and rapidly in technology and the world and the way people interact with each other. So a rapid change starts to feel insignificant. So when you get something that's so customizable and something that is, it's cool. Don't get me wrong. But it just doesn't, it's like, okay, what are we doing? Like, we're in this time of uncertainty and this time of progression in our society. So I'm like, okay, cool, I can make things clear now. Like, awesome, great.
Wow, so this is kind of a big so what?
Yeah, I find myself feeling that way about a lot of things. And maybe that's just like a sort of a personal character quality that I have.
Is it a flood? Is it because there's so much? Is it like an ADHD thing, like where you're paying attention there's so much input, there's so much coming at you that you need to drown it all out and find your silence? No,
I would say that ADHD is a good comparison to the way that it feels that you have an overload of information, but I think that it's just something that my peers are experiencing, that it's just a pure overload of new information. Unprecedented event. There's like jokes. You'll see a tweet or something, or somebody reposts, because I'm on Instagram, a picture of a tweet that'll say like, I'm so tired of living through an unprecedented event, because it feels like that happens every 6 weeks. This has never happened before in the history of mankind.
Yawn, right?
In American history. So it's like, oh my God, it's a stress that at some point you kind of have to block out and not ignore. You still acknowledge it and you still think about consequences of things, of course. But how exciting is an unprecedented event anymore for a young person? Because it seems like it's every day. There's a headline of something that's never happened before.
So it's like breaking news is really just a synonym for yanking your chain.
Right, yeah.
Just squeezing your adrenals.
Yeah.
So what do you do to get more balanced? Do you just get out in nature and connect with the forest?
Yeah, definitely that. I think at some degree you have to have some kind of like dissonance about it. It's just, you have to be able to separate. I think I do that well. I was talking about just last night about when I was in college, and there was one semester of school where I was absorbing a lot of particularly difficult, sad, heavy information all the time. And I would sleep so well because it was like during the day... During the day, that was what was consuming my mind, is dark information, serious information, things with a lot of consequences. That's what I'm writing about. That's what I'm reading about. But by the time you go to bed, it's like, this is my opportunity to not do that. And I would just fall asleep so quickly. It's about having your hobbies. There's always joy to find in anything that you'll find the things you like to do, the people you like to spend time with, and not everything has to be about the unprecedented event of the day.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that it just requires a person to block it out. Sounds like such a terrible way to say it, because you're not. You're still absorbing this information in your waking hours. But at some point, you have to just have your silly little optimistic vision on life, that you can still enjoy things even when things are terrible. It always boils down to a stereotype for me, that whatever some stereotypical saying is enjoy the little things. It's true. Like, I find myself every single day in my life, there's some stereotypical like motivational poster phrase that is just so true. You have to enjoy the little things. You have to just do the right thing. Like,
how did COVID shape this for you? Because you graduated in your car.
Yeah.
Really? You didn't have an actual graduation?
Her prom was canceled. Yeah. Her show that she was a star of was canceled on opening night.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I wonder how these events have shaped your outlook now.
Maybe it made me a little more nihilistic. Like I said, like it's oh boy, a new unprecedented event. Like these major things. But it always felt like the world cared a little bit more than not just me, but my friends. Everyone my age did. It's 2020. You're 18 years old, and all these things are supposed to be happening for you. It felt like I got a lot of pity, which is fun. Okay, yay! Everyone got that like pity party for themselves, and it was like it was a nice sense of
pity party.
Yeah, it was a nice sense of community in some ways, honestly. But maybe it's the fact that I didn't get to enjoy those things. It made me care a little bit less about everything, and I don't think that's in a negative way or like this super pessimist. It didn't turn me into a pessimist. I think I'm a very optimistic person. I always think good things are going to happen, but it's, I don't know, maybe Buddhist. It makes you less attached to things. You don't hold so deeply and internally these experiences that people have built up for you, that your expectations are just lowered. And I think that's a good thing. When you have a high expectation, the highest expectation, you will be disappointed inevitably. You see it in every form of life. But when you go in not caring, maybe the world will shut down and it won't even happen. Then it's not going to matter, because
not attached.
Then the thing happens and it's good.
Okay,
because it was
so
the
you have-
possibility that it would never happen.
So you have no expectations?
Yeah, sure. I would say so. Well, it's, I did many changes in my life.
But with hope.
Of course. You have hope, but never an expectation. I don't ever want to. You can manifest, you can think positive thoughts and do the whole, your thoughts create reality. But, which I do believe, for the record.
Yeah.
I do believe that. But it's
You're a
better
big
to
manifester.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's just, I laugh at the woo-woo of anything. It's just... yeah, it makes me feel like, okay.
But you're no stranger to thought to reality.
Not at all. I think it's very real, but at the same time, it's so different than an expectation. It's just, can I create this space for myself for this reality to happen? I can picture that this reality would happen, but that doesn't mean it will, and that doesn't mean it won't. And it has nothing to do with probability or likelihood. It's just...
Yeah. So ask for what you want and enjoy the waiting.
Yeah. Basically. But it's not just asking, it's setting yourself up for it, which maybe defeats the magic behind manifestation.
You mean having a plan? Actually,
like
execute?
as an effort counts.
Yeah.
Well,
makes
when
a difference.
With to-do lists.
I've explained to a lot of friends before, because I'm like, sometimes I'm the woo-woo of the group, and I'm explaining something like manifestation. The most basic example that I'll give is like, oh, you want a boyfriend or a girlfriend? Okay, well, buy a bigger bed. Your bed's not big enough. Welcome a person in. Like, that's not going to give you... I didn't say start going on dates, but it's like these little things you can do in your worlds that would welcome this reality. Buy a bigger bed.
Very practical.
Good solution. Stepping in.
We've heard stories that the whole idea of the dating and stuff is kind of different for your generation. From what we would recognize. Do you meet people online, or do you go to like mixers, or
what a great question for what I've been experiencing in the last couple of months, because I wasn't dating for a while. This entire year was focused on taking the LSAT, applying to law school.
Yeah.
I did that, and then I thought, okay, well, let's date again. And sometimes you meet people and you're out, and I don't know, it just seems like for everyone it's harder. And I think for a long time, if you think like early 2000s, maybe dating online there was a stigma. Are you lame? Is there something wrong with you that you can't go out and like meet people?
Yeah. I mean,
are you so uninteresting that you need to like get on the computer?
Yeah.
But
you're such a beautiful woman. You should be able to just meet people.
But I do not know one person that I am close to in my age group that hasn't had an app on their phone. Swiped left and right, and that's what I did.
And you're 23, right?
I'm 23, yeah. And it was such an interesting but strange. It's just too accessible. It's like you get a dopamine kick from it because you sit there and you can swipe through 100 people. Yes, no, yes, no. It probably is damaging for your brain in some way. I don't know.
Kind of reminds me, you were saying earlier, it's...
too much information at once.
And emotionally, how can you possibly go through all the different emotions that are associated with each person?
Didn't this start, you guys went to Austria. You and your sister.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is getting too much information personal.
Well, you and your big sister
All right,
probably talk a lot about
Let's keep
this
it
stuff.
generic here. So in Austria, did you use a dating app?
I did. Well, my sister, she was the one who was like, look what I'm doing right now. And I was like, wow, you're a genius. We can find people that we could go out with. We can go, you find a native to find the right bar because we're not from Vienna, but these people are. So, it is interesting when you're not just using it as a tool for a serious or not serious romantic relationship, but you can be all over the place and you can find these people. And it is fun in some ways. Like, it's kind of gamified. It's turned into a sort of entertainment piece, maybe. I don't know. Mm-hmm. But it turned into, so I come back home after doing that, and that's when I start using it like a normal person as opposed to just like being on vacation, having fun and meeting people. And yeah, I went on 6 dates in 1 week.
Oh, man. Well, what do you do? And
that was too much.
Speed dating.
I would never do that again.
Was it going to a movie or something? Or
And is there a connection between the swiping and the quality of the date?
do you see a connection there?
I would say, so that week was terrible.
6 and 1.
Not a single hit.
There was like 1 hit, maybe 1.5, but not really. And the 1 hit, it's no longer a hit. So we do normal, like eventually you talk long enough to realize this person is a normal person. You get their phone number, you call, you text, whatever it is. I'm a caller. I hate texting. I'm bad at responding, so I'll call. You plan a date. Oh my God, I went bowling. I went to a bar. I played pool. I did mini golf. Like,
wait, you did axe throwing.
I did axe throwing. I have done every activity known to man, like just on these silly little dates. And I was winning at everything too, and that was creating a really weird dynamic. And usually I'm not a winner at every game, but it was like I rose to the occasion under the pressure of a new person. It was just so. It was a bad overall. And it wasn't bad because like anything bad. It's just.
So you were with a bunch of people who couldn't handle you as a winner? Is that it?
At some points, like when I went bowling and I won, like it was an awkward vibe. It was like you could tell that he was trying not to be mad about the fact that I won bowling.
Yeah. That's really good for weeding them out early.
Yeah.
Right. There was not a second date. Yeah, there was
not a second date
of these people. Like there were like 2 seconds. Yeah. Like
I guess you learn a lot from the way how people lose.
Yeah, definitely. It's always interesting. It's that online versus in-person connection. Obviously, I think that's what makes it more difficult. Is that you can chat with someone on the phone, you can chat with them over text, which is even worse. You can sit there and think about a response versus the chemistry and conversation alone that you have with someone face to face. So you go on this date and you're like, oh, this is terrible. And that's no hate to any of these people.
Angelina she said, I just wish that somebody would make me laugh.
For the love of God, make me laugh.
Wait.
Really?
It was such a challenge to find someone who was funny. Like,
They take you to a comedy store.
Comedy's hard.
Yeah.
That's what this.
Well, Angelina came home and she said, I feel like I just did 2 hours of stand-up comedy and nobody made me laugh.
It's so when it's not reciprocal, what can you do?
And it's no hate. Like these people they're normal, they're nice, they have cool lives and things, but it's the lack of just dynamic.
It sort of validates the whole prejudice against people who have to go online anyway.
Sure, yeah,
right?
but now everyone does it. So it's not even like you're a certain type of person if you're on a dating app or whatever. It's just because it's so universal.
But you did find a numero uno.
I did.
She did. She found her match.
Yeah. So I am sort of dating someone right now that I did meet on an app. But that was successful with just the dynamic was there. You meet, you have a good time, the conversation, the energy, the interests flow. It makes sense.
Yeah.
It's like meeting somebody, I've met people and had good times in person as well, but like it's the same energy, when something works and when it doesn't. So
you think it was luck?
I would say it's a combination of luck because you have no control over who is popping up on your phone. You're just literally swiping through people. So in that way, it's luck. But I think it takes a certain amount of one's ability to read other people when you're talking to them online, when you're just making these judgments off of whatever 6 pictures they posted and a funny joke in their bio. Like, do I think I'll like this person based off of these, like, really, it requires reading in to a lot in a really deep way, and maybe you're wrong, but I think there is some skill, I would argue, about being in tune socially with people. It's strange. I don't know. Maybe it is totally luck, and maybe I'm just delusional and I think I can read people, but I can't. I am just lucky. I don't know.
So do you think that there's a way of spotting authenticity versus fake?
That I think is really difficult without having a conversation, at least on the phone with somebody, because I think that a skilled faker can be a good faker. I think that some people, like, and not even in a bad way, there's no malice involved. It's just, I think that some people can make themselves appear a certain way that they know is desirable. But if you're faking it, that's not how you are. That's not how you're going to present yourself all the time. But I also think that maybe it's just, like I said, delusion. I think I have a good instinct for being able to tell if somebody's authentic or not.
Well, Angelina, you have good relationships with friends. You have you pick good people to spend your time with, quality people. Yeah. So I think you're a good judge of character generally.
Weren't you a big deal in the sorority scene? Yeah.
I was at one point the president of a sorority.
No, the president of the biggest sorority on campus.
Was it? Yeah. No, not when I was the president. It wasn't. We were all pretty even, except for one.
Yeah,
it was pretty even.
It wasn't a hierarchy.
There was not much of a hierarchy of different organizations.
But I remember her freshman year when she joined, she said, "I will be president by the time I graduate."
It was.
Speaking of manifestation.
Yeah.
Right.
You just got to know
but
it.
I made it work. I involved myself slowly and more deeply in the cult, totally cult. That's just this. It's my fun fact now is I was a cult leader at one point because it really
cult?
is like
the sorority cult.
It is so a cult. White robes and everything cult.
But for you had a good cause. Your philanthropy
100%, yes. Yeah, preventing child abuse and dealing with domestic violence and preventing that against women, resources, things like that. We did a lot of local philanthropy, the Boys and Girls Club in Atlantic City, a lot of things, yeah. We were very serious about that. It wasn't such a stereotype of scary college movie.
And when did you wear the white robes thing? When was the cult part?
Twice a year we wore white robes, yes. Which is less than most people I've found out just from talking to other women who are in sororities at some point. I'm like, oh, that was like rare for us. You guys did that weekly? It was biannual robe wearing, yeah.
Yeah. But did you do any like Rosicrucian stuff or mystical?
Well, her sorority is a traditionally Jewish sorority, but they had women from all faiths.
Any Arabs?
Yeah. We did actually, yeah.
Yeah, pretty diverse, I would say.
We were pretty diverse, yeah.
And Angelina was actually she was the DEI chair.
Yeah,
was that your freshman year?
That was my sophomore year. Yeah.
So she tried to bring in more girls who, so it wasn't so
white.
Yeah.
Which I can understand. I think that, in those situations, that there's stereotypes that exist. So your attempt to diversify something, especially as a white person, like, oh boy, how far can that really go? But it works somewhat well because you just want to make yourself an inclusive space for anybody. And it was just an interesting experience.
And you're able to do it, huh? So you say overall it was a success.
In my time, yeah, for sure.
All right, so maybe that's...
All right, we got about 30 seconds of a little
so we
lead into our break.
Guys, can you stay on for another segment, you guys? Okay, good.
Fantastic. Okay, so then maybe just start singing some kind of thematic song. We are the world. We are the people.
Come on, Ange.
What do you want me to do?
You sing.
I just want you to fill the space.
Yeah, do something. Yeah.
Little music in your heart.
You beatbox.
Cabaret.
15 seconds.
Mom, all right, just
come on.
You can't put me on the spot like that.
You can hum.
You're doing what I told you not to do. Yeah,
that's me.
We'll be right back. Future now. Hang tight, everybody. Okay, we're not connected.
Okay, we're off. We're off here.
Am I right? Is it time? We should be live.
Okay.
We are. Is it time to celebrate?
Yeah, it's time to celebrate.
All right, but still... Yay!
We're back.
Celebrate! Okay.
Yay! Okay, where we go?
Okay, we're here after the break, but nothing else changed.
Or did it?
Yes. We've been talking with Angelina Clancy and Gabrielle Cianfrani, her mother, visiting from New Jersey, out here in beautiful Santa Cruz and Aptos.
Boy, did they bring a gorgeous day here at the beach. The ocean
The sun is coming out again. It looks kind of cloudy a lot of places here.
It looks like a David Hamilton painting. There's dapples of sunshine on the water. You guys, thank you so much.
Oh, of course. Yes, it's our pleasure.
I meant to do that.
It's all about manifestation.
Yeah.
Woo!
You guys are the woo factor of New Jersey. I mean, compared to us, you're pretty straight. I mean, compared to...
No, Al, woo is really just to set up the punchline.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, what woo do you believe in? I mean, is it...
Yeah, what woo is real to you?
Yeah. That do you feel like you're connected to a larger intelligence?
I think that would be the wiser thing to believe. I think that, logically speaking, in college, my minor was philosophy and religion. So I learned a lot about religions and different belief systems that I certainly wasn't raised with and things that I really didn't know anything about. One of my favorite classes that I took was the history of Christianity.
Oh.
I'm not a Christian. I was not raised a Christian. And even my community, it's, a form, but everyone was Catholic. So this traditional, any other form of Christianity other than Catholicism wasn't something I was familiar with at all. But it felt like all of my knowledge was just colloquial. It was just, you exist in America. So I felt like I was kind of lacking in actual understanding. I had never read the Bible. I was forced to read the Bible for this class. But one of the things that stuck with me was these theologians and different grandfathers of Christianity were proofs of God's existence. And it wasn't God personified, but it's just the idea that there is something greater than which can be conceived. So I don't, just to say that there is something, a higher power, I don't ever mean that in a stereotypical way. I don't ever think of it in the way that everyone else will describe it, but I think logically...
Logically, it makes sense, right?
Oh, yes, we as humans, we know everything. Okay, sure we do. That just doesn't seem that you feel you appear full of yourself if you think that. Of course, there's knowledge that we don't have access to. There is something greater than we are able to conceive.
But do you feel that thing is separate from us, or is it a part of us? Is it us?
I don't know.
How about, do you think, how about a decentralized God?
Yeah, well, that's sort of the idea. I don't think that it's God personified, and I don't think that it has anything to do, I don't think that it's deterministic of our lives in the way that a lot of people will describe it in, your Abrahamic religions or whatever. I don't think you owe anything to anyone or thing. But I think in some way, I don't know. And I think that's part of the fun. Honestly, I don't spend much time thinking about it. I am such a person of weird, broad beliefs that I selectively decide will apply to me.
Yeah.
I wrote about that in my personal statement for my law school applications, is that when I lose something, I pray to St. Anthony because my Catholic friends taught me that. So that's what I do. I'm convinced it works. It does work.
Yeah. You got a thing with St. Anthony, huh?
100%. Yeah, your little rhyme, and I promise you that item is going to pop up. It's like magic. It really is. But that's the thing. It's very ritualistic for me. It's always these little rituals of different beliefs that for some reason you
incorporate Buddhism.
100%, yeah. Buddhism, I just lit the menorah for Hanukkah. There are different things that I do, and I don't spend much time thinking about it. It comes naturally. It's whatever I feel works in my life, and I think that people maybe spend too much time thinking about it in a non-academic way. I think there's a lot of value, obviously, in studying religion and spirituality. I think it's always good to think about things, sure. But I think that in general, and I mean it in no offensive way, but I think that people occupy a lot of their time with this topic that just doesn't seem so useful. I don't know.
Well, what's more useful to you now, I guess, is your LSATs. You just took them. So what kind of law do you want to get into? What's your passion?
So the reason that I wanted to get into law at all when I was I read a book when I was 15. It was Just Mercy by Bryan Stevenson. I made a movie about it. It was Jamie Foxx played Bryan Stevenson. The idea, it was a story, it was his real, like a memoir essentially about his career of getting people out of prison who were either wrongly convicted, wrongly sentenced. They were sentenced to death row, and he was getting these people off for talking about people that were killed and victims of capital punishment. So that really like changed my perspective on, created something that I thought was just so important in this world amongst all of the chaos, is that people are victims of their state. That should not happen, that you have no control over your own death at the hands of somebody else. Separate, of course, that exists in murder or whatever, but it just felt so wrong to me. And so that was the main motivation. And then as I went to college, I was a political science major, but I had a pre-law concentration. So I was taking a lot of law classes. I took constitutional law, civil liberties, these things. Those were my favorite. I love constitutional law, but I've found that so does everyone else. Same thing, civil rights and civil liberties were just the most interesting to me. It puts a different perspective when you have to understand, you have to write out a court's reasoning for something that you disagree with. I think there's value in that too. I think that too often people are putting themselves in a bubble, and you don't have to agree with it. You'll never agree with whatever thing it is, but you understanding it is what allows you to see an evil in the world and not feel like your head's going to explode. Is that when you're at least able to grapple with something difficult and say, here's why this person might have come to this conclusion, it helps you sleep at night. But to actually answer your question, I don't know. I don't know what I want to do, because I just figure I don't know enough yet to really decide.
You know what, you don't. She had a very unique experience. On one occasion, so it was back to back, we had a visitor come who was a lawyer. It was like contract law.
Corporate guy?
No. Contract. Real estate. Someone who sat in an office and never saw a single day of litigation. And she said, oh, don't do it. just don't do it. I hated it. I just hated it. Yeah. She was miserable.
Yeah, don't be a lawyer. Don't go to law school.
This is what she told this child who was like,
I'm taking the LSAT in 2 weeks.
Yeah. So then the next day, my cousin Norman, he's a huge corporate lawyer. He's in the Legal 500. He's argued before the Supreme Court. He's been doing this for 50 years now. And he said, I love it. I love every day of it. It's exciting. I still love going into work, and I would never think of doing anything else. And in that moment, she made a decision.
That I would litigate, that I would have to talk to people and interact and do the arguing. And I don't think that sitting behind it, because that's just the general feedback. I don't think it can be bored. I think that there's a part of me that I love to do nothing. I don't dream of labor. When people say, what's your dream job? No job. What are you talking about? Who dreams of labor? That's crazy. But I have a part of myself that is kind of a workaholic. I like that. I like having to dedicate a lot of time. I like caring about something that feels important to me. And I think regardless of what I actually do in any legal career, it'll be something that I feel is at least valuable, and that gives me some kind of motivation to pour myself into. So whatever that is, maybe I'll, when I'm in school, discover something about myself or my talents that will take me there.
Yeah,
but
the
for
school
now,
will let you know what's out there, and you'll see where you resonate with.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, well, I think if litigation is your thing, you want to definitely make sure you get out there and perform. Yeah,
she's a performer for
sure. Performance art.
I mean, she landed a role in a show and taught herself to tap dance in order to audition. And the choreographer said, who is your dance teacher? And Angelina said, well, nobody.
Yeah. I never took dance. Right?
Yeah, but she taught herself to tap dance. Yeah, so she's a dynamite performer. Actually, she rarely lets us see it.
Such my mother speaking.
I love her so much.
So good.
She's so good at everything. Yeah. She is. She really is. She was like this secret talent. I knew she could sing, but we really had no idea. And I remember the first time we went to see her perform, because she would never, a normal kid would practice around the house. You might hear them singing whatever song they have to perform in a show. Not Angelina. And we got to the theater, and she comes, and I thought, who is this child? I don't know this person, and she's just so dynamite. That's why And I thought she was going to be possibly a mathematician, too. That was another
Really?
thing. Yes,
Oh.
because she had years of calculus. She's an amazing math genius. And
All
then,
right.
Oh, my God.
I don't know who you're selling me to. Like
Me, I'm selling you. Sorry, I don't need to sell you. You speak
No,
for yourself.
have you ever heard this cliche? No brag, no pride. You know?
No.
Okay. So this is just how a mama feels.
Yeah. Which is fair, I get it. But yeah, when I'm
yes.
sitting next to you, you're like, dynamite. Like,
Dino.
Oh,
Dino,
boy.
Dino,
Okay. Yeah.
Dynamite.
Sure.
I
Yeah.
know. I love you. I'm so proud of you.
Thanks, Mom.
I think you're
Very
perfect.
sweet. Yeah. That's nice to hear. Thanks.
Yeah, and you're smart enough not to convince her otherwise.
Yep. Yeah. Well, is that a self-fulfilling prophecy? People who are too self-deprecating? I don't know. Maybe. Thoughts create reality. If you're so negative, then maybe you'll become that negative person. I don't want to do that either.
See, now that is innate wisdom. A lot of people
You have to
don't
walk
get
the
that.
fine line of being humble and not destroying yourself from within.
So do you find yourself having to argue with self-deprecating people? Did they cross your path, or have you already screened them out just by the nature of preference?
I think I will. It's like my friends and I'll be self-deprecating to them, and they'll reassure me that it's the opposite, and vice versa. And I tell them, "No, you're wonderful. There's nothing wrong with you. Your life is fine. It's not falling apart." I don't know what you're talking about, and I think that everyone needs that kind of reality check from somebody who's close to you. It just helps. It doesn't mean much from a stranger, and it doesn't mean much from your mother. I hate to say, I feel
the look on your face.
it means a lot. Of course, it warms my heart to hear in a very deep, nice way. But when you're dealing with any self-doubt, it helps to just hear it from somebody who doesn't love you unconditionally. I can mess a lot of things
the
up.
whole world love you unconditionally, Angelina?
She's taking it all with a grain of salt, Mom. Find someone
I
else.
can do anything and you're like,
It's
perfect.
probably because I'm over the top that she's so moderate. Actually,
It must be. Does that mean
she's been scared straight.
Yeah, you're a crazy girl.
do you have some really
You are. If I tell people about my mom, I'm like, yeah, she's a crazy girl. With love. I don't mean my mom's crazy. No, never.
No.
But yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean,
You're
I guess your
fun.
friends
You're
might think you have a
I'm
hippie
fun.
mom, right? In some
That's how I describe my parents. Oh, I have hippie parents. My middle name is Love. It is so they've done cooler things than I'll ever do in my life. And your parents you're so cool. If they know them, oh, your parents are so cool. If they don't, they sound so cool. Yeah, that's part of the game. You're the life of the party. I say, I wish I could network like my mom. She remembers everyone's name. I just lack that. Sometimes I get tired. I just don't want to talk to people. But you know everyone and you've met everyone. You're like, just the other day you were talking about something. You're like, what was somebody who had passed away? What was his first wife's name from 150 years ago? You were like, oh God, I don't know. 5 seconds later, it was Virginia. You just always know. Yeah, I appreciate the person you are, and you have a lot of things that I lack that I wish I had that I just don't have the innate way that you do. But
Well, I feel the same way about you.
Thanks, Mom.
I strive to be more like you.
We're just metaphorically holding
That was
hands
the mom,
right
in
now.
case you couldn't tell.
We're just holding hands and complimenting each other.
So where would you like to go to school?
I want to go to Temple, so that's my manifestation by saying it out loud and to everyone. Maybe that'll work.
Okay. Temple. Why Temple?
I want to work in Philly, and that's been the challenge about picking law schools to apply to in general. There's so much pressure that they say there are national schools, so if I went to any well-known big name school anywhere, oh, it's a national school, you can go anywhere. And I've been told by advisors and different people that that's kind of a myth. There's just so much pressure. You have to decide where you want your career before you even get into any school at all. I've always loved Philly. When I was younger, I thought New York, but I think that that's maybe not my speed. I could do it, but I just don't think I want to. I wouldn't choose if I will, but I love Philly. So I applied to all the schools in that area.
Did you consider the Ivy League at all?
I would have if I just scored a little bit higher on my LSAT.
Just a little bit.
Very little.
A hair, but it's just...
She wanted to be one and done.
I took it once. Most people take it 2, 3, 4 times even.
You do have I can brag. I'm going to brag.
Oh, boy.
She scored in the 91st percentile for the LSAT.
Good, yeah.
And you had the top score
Not
for all
the top
in
score.
your university from all of the people who had taken the LSAT since 1991 until now, Angelina was in the 99th percentile.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's good, but
yes.
But the bar is so high. The only Ivy that I'd realistically want to go to is Penn.
Yeah. University of Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Isn't that where your mom went?
Yeah, political science.
Yep. It's just geographically it would make sense for me, but the bar is just ridiculously high.
That's where
It's
cousin Norman went, by the way.
If I got my LSAT score that I got and I had my statistics, the first thing you see on paper, like my chance of admission would maybe only work out if I had a cure to cancer. I don't know. Like it's so difficult. If you're a Rhodes Scholar, maybe didn't do that. So.
Yeah,
the bar is
did you apply there anyway and just hope for the lottery, or
I did
just
not.
decided in advance?
No, it would have cost me $120 to get rejected, and I hate to be so like.
They have to pay you if they're going to reject you.
She was very statistics driven, so she was, yes.
I've done so much. I know way too much. I have like accounts on these websites where people post where they applied to all of their stats, and you can see everything on a bar graph from the last 10 years or whatever of people who applied to different schools. There is sort of an algorithm to it all. You can kind of figure out your realistic chances. It would be so shot in the dark that it's like, it really didn't even seem worth the energy and effort to me that I would have to pour my heart into this application just to get rejected. It's fine. I'm good. I don't need to do that. I'll be okay either way. But Temple's a fabulous school. I want to just get in. I know somebody there. It would be good for me.
Yeah.
That's just what we're hoping for.
Yeah, and you love Philadelphia.
I do.
It's
Yeah.
right there. It's right off the Broad Street subway.
Yep.
Yeah.
It is, yes.
Beautiful.
Temple's great. Yeah.
We do have a question regarding social connections. You're a digital native. You've been brought up with all this new technology.
Yeah.
Would you say that you have more friends online than in real life?
I have no friends online.
No friends.
I know that's a thing.
Really? So you don't really get to know
that.
them any closer?
The people that I'm closest to in my life are people I met in college, my friends from high school. All those people have introduced me to that I can't really think of an example. Now, there are people that just for distance purposes that I don't see a lot and I talk to online, and that's, of course, like how I keep in touch with these people. But I've never met anyone online in a friendship way that it's actually, I haven't, period. And I know that's a thing and it's very common. I wouldn't judge anyone who does. I don't think that's weird because it's so common, but it's just not something I've experienced. I don't know. Maybe there's just not an online space that I've belonged to.
Yeah,
where
speaking
that
of
would
spaces,
happen.
have you tried virtual reality? Not yet?
Maybe. I feel like at some point I've had to. I don't know. But
Probably not really. You would have remembered.
Yeah, I guess
It's like
not.
a game. It's a
It's a headset.
Yeah, your headset. Yeah, I know, but I just I don't know.
But
I
not
guess
met people in there. Yeah.
Yeah, like the metaverse. Like
Right. Yeah, the fabled metaverse.
See, like that, it just feels too easy to make fun of in a way. Like I don't know. I just,
I see.
Oh, you're putting on your headset and going in the metaverse. Yeah, like you could parody it easily. Is how I feel. Yeah. But there's something wrong with it, obviously. I don't think that it was what we were talking about earlier, is that probably society will transition into that being more common, and you really will be a weirdo if you haven't done that. So maybe that'll be me one day. I don't know. But throughout my life, I think it's harder to form such an authentic connection. I think maybe that's just the way that I am. Maybe it's a personality thing that I kind of set a barrier for people initially. And if we're online, there's an extra barrier. I don't even know what you look like. We're not going to talk. Like, I don't know. It just...
You've always been a very in-person connection person your whole life.
Sure, which is hilarious considering the irony of my online dating.
Yeah, I bet. Just came in. Greg asked if you might gravitate towards possibly having VR friends. Will you be willing to try it?
I would be willing to try it, but I'm not investing the money in these things. I'm not,
Okay. Somebody has to introduce you to it.
It would have to be hand-fed to me,
Greg.
I think.
Yeah.
It's not that I have any real strong bias against it. I have no vendetta against the idea. It's just I really don't find myself doing it the way anyone doesn't find themselves doing a lot of things.
Okay, well, how about the other big thing in
there was scuba diving.
Yeah, tech these days.
Yeah, some people are never going to cliff dive.
No, they're never
I
going to
might
do
never
it.
put on the headset. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
You're never going to love spiders.
Yeah, absolutely.
How about the AIs? Do you connect with that at all? Do you talk to them, or do you just treat them like search engines? Or
I literally, I don't use ChatGPT. I don't, and maybe this is a personal flaw. And I was talking to Mihai about this last night. We had a very long conversation about whether he was on the side of you should become familiar with these things, that in a rapidly changing world, that this is something that you have to do. That's something my mom will preach to me. I have had this weird resistance to it, and a lot of people that I know and that I'm close to have. My closest friends, we don't use ChatGPT at all. I don't go on it online. I just don't feel that there is a use for a lot of AI. I go on Google and I look something up and it gives me this AI summary first, and it just makes me mad. I am capable, I'm self-sufficient enough to do a little scrolling and a little personal research. I don't know where you're getting that information. I don't care to find out. I don't know, and maybe it's a pride thing. I have a lot of thoughts on it in general. I think that there's such value in doing work yourself and not relying on something else. And maybe it's unavoidable, and that's part of the thing of why I need to just cope and I need to figure it out and I need to be more native with it, because you can't change it. You're never going to be able to control the motion of the world around you. People have resisted technology for all of time. People have always been like, no, I'm not doing that. And look how far that's got them. Eventually you either just succumb to it or you die not doing it. So what are you really supposed to do? But I don't know. I have the stereotypical view that it makes you dumber. We need to talk to people. It's so valuable to go out into the world and interact with people. It's so valuable that if you need an answer to something, that you are able to find it out yourself. I don't know. Well,
that's cool. I understand, because that is the gold standard for what the machines are trying to do.
Right.
And they're still got a ways to go yet. I look at it as it's up to us to send them in the right direction.
I agree with that. Yeah, that's how I feel when you think about it politically. It's like there is just no framework for any of this. It's moving quickly.
Yeah. But it's still dumb. It's still only a few years old. We're the end. We're the pinnacle edge of 4 billion years of evolution.
Right.
Biological intelligence.
Think that all these people who that AI is going to take us over, maybe the way it's going to take us over is it's going to make us so dumb.
That's kind of, I think it's it's forced incompetence that really bothers me, because I just always feel like if you really want something, go and get it. I've always been if you want the job, right, do it yourself. Sure, it can do it much faster than me. I can see the value in that. I'm coming out with a higher quality product in the end. So,
yeah.
And isn't the journey to that end point the value in it anyway?
That's the reward. Good point. I totally agree with you. No shortcuts.
Kind of work that we do inside when you need an answer to something, some form of research. I just think it's valid, and it requires you to talk to people, read the work of other people, and that allows you to do the work too. I don't want to sound so pessimistic about it, because I think there is truth to the idea that it's you can't just resist it. That's not how it works. And if you have such a problem with it, then put your own 2 cents in. Then you need to contribute in some way to make it what you think it should be.
Well, the summarization is really standard. I mean, every scientific paper has a summarization right at the beginning,
right?
Because most people don't have the time to read all of that.
Yeah.
And most of us don't have time to really check into all these different things that people are so into. We just need to know a little bit about it.
Right.
So summarizations turns out to be popular because that's what we do.
Mm-hmm.
Cliff notes in college, in high school. I guess for me. So I don't see a problem with that. But I don't. I think it is the only thing you do. Yeah, I would agree with you there.
Yeah, I think that it's a certain level of, but it's like what you were saying. It's stupid right now. It's low level. It isn't the best thing that it could ever be. So that's maybe why I kind of resent anyone's reliance on it, because it's like, you're smarter than that. You can just do it yourself.
It's training you for
operating at a lower level than you, so just go do it.
Training you for idiocracy.
Yes, it really is. That's how I feel, at least. I know there's plenty of arguments against it.
Okay, well, let's leave everything on a high note. What would you like to see happen on this planet? Would you like to see world peace? Would you be up for that?
Of course, yeah.
You think it's possible in your lifetime?
Not in my lifetime, no. Life is short. I don't think we have enough time in mind to...
Easy travel around the planet. Do you like that?
I would like people to maybe be more I don't know how to describe it, peace, love, and happiness. Obviously, I don't think we'll achieve world peace. I think you have structures around the world that exist so strongly that in my lifetime, it's just not even a possibility.
Even with biogenetic engineering? Well, you remember, we keep on saying that human nature is immutable, but it's not.
Yeah. But I don't know. I would like for people to develop a greater understanding of each other. And I think technology is helping us get there. It's the conversation we had about the power of social media, and it's a new language of its own. And you're able to see things that are happening around the world that never in history did you have that kind of connection to something. I think that it hopefully will make people more empathetic. And that's always good, to just understand the struggle of others. That always brings you to a better place in the way that the world works.
Yeah, to be able to step in their shoes for a moment.
Yeah.
Bobby, do you have any comments or questions for our guests before they leave?
Oh, Angelina, yeah, I was just so impressed by your philosophical background and going into law, and I'm just stunned.
Well, there you go. He's still absorbing it.
All right.
Okay.
You'll get to meet Bobby.
Yeah, he's going to be able to
he'll
New
be
Year's
around.
party.
Cool. Celebrating the future together.
Yeah.
All right.
And Bobby's partner, Katya.
Yeah.
They'll be coming down from San Francisco.
I've heard lots about Bobby and Katya.
Oh, yeah, there you go. He's right there on the screen.
There he is. Yeah, there's Bobby.
She's been looking out the window and seeing the ocean as she speaks. It's more fun than screen. Looking at the ocean is more fun than screens.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. You've been a really delight to talk to.
Thanks for
I'm
having
glad
me.
you can visit us.
It's fun. When this morning I thought, what am I going to talk about? Apparently I have so much to say.
You do. You do.
I mean, once you get her started, and it's
Yeah.
so funny because she almost didn't speak until she was like 3 years old. She would
Really?
like only talk to me, and I thought, wow. Astrologically speaking, she's got this first house stellium. You know, she's got like 5 planets in her first house of self, and her rising is the same as her sun. And I thought, wow, she's gonna be just a superstar. And then she didn't talk, and she really has made up for that. I have to say, she's one of the best conversationalists.
I've made up for my deficiencies as a toddler.
Congratulations.
The bar is,
you have arrived.
Well, I'm so glad you could talk for us. So thank you for being
So
here.
you guys have
easy.
Have a wonderful time out there exploring some nature, exploring the West Coast.
Land of the
here.
Medicine Buddha and all that.
Yeah.
Go see some redwoods for the first time.
Yeah, touch some grass.
All right. Yeah, let's get back in nature.
Hug a tree.
All this tech talk, and you'd go touch grass. Yeah.
I know. Yeah. You might want to walk out on the ocean
Are
for a moment
the child
too. Yeah.
of the universe.
What do you expect with hippie parents? You know.
I need to feel the vibrations between my toes. Yeah.
That's right. You need to ground yourself. Right. Get the negative ions.
Yeah.
You know. Yes. It's the path. It's the way.
Yeah.
Yes. Right. Thank you. All right. Get your bare feet in the ocean there, and we'll catch up with you.
Hope
in the
everyone has an amazing 2026.
Yeah.
Happy New Year to everybody.
Yeah.
This is our last show this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So nice to be
helping
here.
us launch the incredible future now.
All right. So you want to do an extra song for us? One of you guys?
Please don't make me do it.
30 seconds.
No, you do it with me or something.
Okay.
We got a riff.
Okay. Ready?
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Da da da. Jackson 5?
Oh, okay.
Is that what it was?
I don't know.
I don't know, Mom. You can't. I'll do the Jackson 5 for the love of God. ABC. It's a. Oh, no, you can't just leave me hanging. This is a terrible outro song.
This is so good.
You're just hum.
Too much stuff? Clean it out, pack it up, and drive it to your door at Anbar Self Storage and U-Haul. Easy off Highway 1 on Airport Boulevard by the airport. 24/7 security. Drive it to the door and store it at Anbar Self Storage and U-Haul in Freedom.
Having a new job in Texas and have to move? Anbar Self Storage and U-Haul has the moving vans, car trailers, and shipping boxes you need ready to go. Easy off Highway 1 on Airport Boulevard by the airport. Anbar Self Storage and U-Haul in Freedom.
We've all heard the story of the 3 little pigs. I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down. Hi, folks. Warren Knox here of Knox Roofing. Yes, your home can definitely be built weak or it's time to repair or remodel. Well, here at Knox Roofing, we can surely help you with getting that roof of yours prepared for the big bad wolf or Mother's Nature's anger. Whether it be fire, high winds, hail, snow, or maybe just a doggone wet winter ahead of us, call Knox Roofing. We're here for you. Here at Knox Roofing, we have every type of roof out there for you. Skylights, gutters, insulation, solar can be added to save energy as well. Financing is always available, and our guarantees and workmanship cannot be beat. Summer is here, so give us a call or stop by our showroom in Scotts Valley. The number to call is 461-0634. That's 461-0634 anytime. Okay, thanks, folks.
The IRS is knocking on the door because you owe back taxes. Don't panic. Call the tax doctor for free help getting out of IRS collections and back into the good graces of Uncle Sam. The tax doctor's service is free, and all you need to do is call 800-817-2871. That's 800-817-2871. Get free help. Call 800-817-2871.
And we're back.
Are we back?
We are.
All right. Well, that's good. Well, we wanted to cover a few of our favorite stories this year before we take off. My mother's now going to get a ride.
That's right.
In a fully automatic Tesla, thanks to
and
Gabrielle.
You're on their way.
And Angie.
Autonomous driving with Mom.
Yeah. Okay, so we have Bobby back?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, good. All right. So I had a few news stories, but we also have our favorite stories of the year. Certainly one of them has got to be the 3i Atlas story and how that's been unfolding. And it's still not over yet. And we still got another date of March 16th or so when it gets to Jupiter and the Jupiter orbit, and we'll have a chance to see what happens then. But that's been definitely one of my favorite stories.
Mm-hmm. Right. So what do you think's going to happen?
I hope it shows that it has some kind of intelligence, and then it sends out some probes to investigate possible life on the moons of Jupiter. Mm-hmm. That would be exciting to me.
Okay, so you think if it parks in the Jupiter orbit, then that'll be good enough for you?
Well, if it goes to the Lagrange point 2, I think they call it, in the Jupiter orbit, that's where it can launch some probes and they can have a steady base, so to speak, where they can study from there. But short of that, just the fact that it's going by there is interesting. What kind of molecules will it leave as it passes the Jovian system? Mm-hmm. You see, that's part of it. Even if it's not a sentient intelligence, it's going to leave some molecules. It's going to do something that will possibly have an impact on the system in the future.
You think we'll be able to mark time by the arrival of the 3i Atlas?
Well,
I mean, like, is it so historic that we'll remember it 1,000 years from now?
Well, I don't know about that. I think 1,000 years from now, things will be so radically different, we'll hardly recognize ourselves.
I see. So we won't remember any of this.
We will, but it'll be one of much more vast memory
countless
system.
number of details that we have to look up with AI.
No, it'll be integrated into our system, I think, in that case.
There'll be plenty of pictures of it. We've got every instrument on the planet and then instruments on Mars and Jupiter that are going to take more pictures of this thing.
Sure.
And, spectrum analysis.
So what do you think all of this wealth of pictures has shown us so far, Bobby?
It says it's very unusual. It doesn't act like a comet. It acts something anomalous, that it has jets that are coming off of it, and they come out at different times, and some of them are pointing at the sun, and actually it has an anti-tail.
Yeah, the anti-tail, that's quite exciting.
So you think if we designed an interstellar traveling ship of some sort that we might use some of these techniques for navigation?
Well, yeah, I mean, they're saying even the anti-tail and the cloud that surrounds this object is kind of not a cloaking device, but it's trying to hide behind this material. And the material that's coming off of it is at 10 microns, which is the perfect size for it to reflect light. So it's really odd that it's doing things that, when you add up all the anomalies that are happening right now with it, its chances of that doing this and going toward Jupiter and going close to the sun and going at this extreme speed, and then it's tumbling at every 17 hours, right? But for some reason, the jets are not tumbling with this tumble. The jets are staying in position. So it's really very strange.
Mm.
And then they're picking up different frequencies that are coming off of it.
Mhm.
They're in a higher frequency than we normally look at. And the composition of the materials, instead of water and CO2, we're seeing things like a high level of nickel and a lower level of iron, because usually when there's nickel, you also get iron, but it's a very small amount of iron. So it was forged from another star that's probably, this material with this object is probably billions of years older than anything that's on our planet.
Mhm.
Anything that you touch, feel, see, or experience, it's of a material that's almost twice as old as what
Right.
makes up the
Yeah,
Earth.
twice as old as our matter. So
We're
what,
the
what is
babies.
what
It's
is matter
the-
that's
it's
twice
the
as old?
grown-up.
Does it matter that matter is twice as old?
Right.
And if so, how is it different? And if intelligence is distributed through universe, it could be smarter matter than
Hey,
our matter.
where are we going to have? Where will we be in
It could
another
be.
4 billion years?
Well, we might have another generation of stars, in which case we could have heavier elements, like maybe a stable form of element 115, which supposedly is used for anti-gravity purposes. Things like
that's
that
right.
might actually
Yeah.
exist in such solar systems.
Sure.
Yeah.
maybe
Heavier
we'll
elements with
optimize the
unusual
elements
abilities.
in
Right.
a new way.
I like that story a lot. I think that was really good. And also this year is when we actually confirmed over 6,000 exoplanets with more discoveries of potentially habitable worlds. So
You have an article about that?
no, we're just going over the general
Oh,
terms
just some of the
stuff.
highlights of
Highlights of the year.
2025,
Yeah,
looking
right,
back.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, that's one of them. 6,000. We hit the magical 6,000 number.
6,000 exoplanets, never before
exoplanets, yeah.
seen.
20 years ago, we didn't have any exoplanets.
I know.
We
When
didn't
we were
know
growing
how to
up,
find them. We were
What?
still
Yeah.
figuring it out.
we had Star Trek.
Yeah,
You know.
right.
But yeah, now we actually have 6,000 planets that we've discovered and looking at and understanding them.
Yeah, we're starting to really understand how to categorize life on different planets.
Yeah.
Not just looking for water beings.
Yeah, so I think that was interesting. Also, the James Webb Telescope has been very busy. It found a new moon orbiting Uranus. And, yeah,
It did?
Yeah, a small
I didn't
moon.
hew about
a
that.
new small moon.
I
That's
didn't
one of the
look down
stories.
there.
Look it up. Look it
What'd
up.
they
New
name it?
small moon
Klingon?
orbiting Uranus. That's hot. Yeah, and it's pretty cool. I like the fact that Uranus is more active than we thought it was. I mean, in terms of moons. Also, I have a story this week, which I think is a big story overall, and it's about that there are microbes that are essential for our health, that a large number of viruses and bacteria are actually good for us, not just villains. We're finally seeing a turn in consciousness towards recognizing that the microbiome is a healthy collection of organisms and that we shouldn't just eschew all microbes like they were bad bugs. No, no, no. There's a lot to suggest even that the microbes might have networks of connection with each other, creating a macrobiome between us, that we breathe and move between us that creates a macrobiome that increases our health. That's part of herd immunity.
So it's kind of like forest bathing they do in Japan, where the actual pheromones of the trees actually makes your health better. And
Yeah.
so just by walking through the forest, you breathe in the other biome that's naturally in the forest, and it becomes part of you.
Yes, exactly. It becomes part of you. And that's part of why people feel a magic about being with nature.
Sure, the trees exhale, we inhale, and it's all alive.
Even the microbiome in your stomach has at least, they've recognized 3,000 probiotics that are in your microbiome in your stomach alone.
So does that mean we should stop prescribing antibiotics that are killing the probiotics?
That's true. And so I don't know how many people you've run across, but I've run across people even recently that their whole guts, they have GI issues, right? And it all started when they got their first antibiotic, because it will nuke your whole...
Takes out all the good ones while it aims for the bad ones.
Yeah, it's a nuclear bomb that goes off in your stomach.
Antibiotics, yeah. I understand that that AIs have been used for finding new approaches to use instead of antibiotics.
Sure. Well, it's just, again, about the progress during our lifetimes. Antibiotics were such a big miracle when people were just discovering the connection between germs and disease.
But you know what that did? That created these superbugs that resist being killed by these antibiotics.
Well, and because we eradicated so much of our natural protection. Just by getting rid of the bad guys, we took out the ones that were protecting us. So
there's that too.
So we learned that. That was my point, is that we increase our knowledge incrementally. We learn one thing, and then we discover the new world that we're in and the new problems that we have to solve, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, here it is. New by antibiotic. Using generative AI, researchers screened 35 million compounds to design novel antibiotics capable of killing drug-resistant superbugs. There you go. So maybe we'll have some more solutions available for people this year on that. Mm-hmm. And the field of xenotransplantation reached new milestones. You hear about that? Pig-to-human transplants. In China, a living patient received a pig liver, while in the U.S., a patient received a gene-edited pig kidney, which is bringing the dream of the organ donor shortage closer to reality. The xenotransplantation is happening more successfully. Personally, I think if we grow organs based on our own DNA, that we'll even have a better sense of success. But it's good to see that pig-to-human transplants are showing progress as well.
Yeah. If we do get to the point where we can grow our own genetic organs that have our own genes, then you don't have to have a lifetime of these anti-rejection medications in order
That's right. Yeah, it's you, right? Your body will say, hey, that's me.
Yeah.
Let's go with it. Yeah, there's something to be said for that. My understanding is that right now you still get the best stem cells for doing that from like the cord, the neonatal cord, and the placenta, which most of us don't have. But if your parents save that for you, that could be your saving grace. Though we can generate stem cells from fat cells and from bone marrow cells, which are very successful. There's not as much energy, apparently, as in the placental stem cells.
That's what they do right now when you get stem cell therapy and you don't have your own umbilical cord. They do go after mothers that are, the best ones are ones that are about 30 years old and they've had, the childbirth was successful and everything was happy. Yeah. And they take those umbilical cord and placenta cells and they extract those and then they inject anybody with those. And they seem to be very successful because, again, the mother has to create these stem cells that don't kill the baby, and the baby usually has different genes than the mother itself. So these are pluripotent and they're not targeted. They're pluripotent, so they can work with anybody's immune system.
Well, that's good. That's good. That's handy. Yeah, that'll make it more widely applicable.
Yeah.
Concrete batteries were big this year. New batteries, turning ordinary concrete into a massive battery by adding carbon black. That was an MIT research. It allows buildings and roads to store renewable energy directly in their structures. Mm-hmm. Carbon concrete.
Carbon concrete.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And a major study also confirmed that the Antarctic ozone hole is on a definitive path to recovery.
Oh, good.
Oh, really? I heard it was going the other direction.
Well,
that's good to hear.
Well, it's seasonal.
Yeah, the Montreal Protocol appears to be working. However, that might reverse with the thousands of satellites that'll be entering the Earth and having to burn up, putting all kinds of weird-ass chemicals into the atmosphere that could have an effect on the ozone hole. That's what people are worried about now, is the deorbiting and burning up of exotic materials in our satellites. However, people are working on that too. The Japanese have developed wooden satellites that burn up much better when they are done with end of life and they are dropping into the atmosphere, into the ocean for their final days. Wooden satellites. I think that's quite a cool innovation.
It's kind of like chopsticks.
Yeah, chopsticks.
They're biodegradable.
And why not? Why do you need heavy metal in Earth orbit? You don't. Then there's colossal biosciences this year. They had sparked a global conversation by successfully engineering mouse DNA to express woolly mammoth traits. And we're not really seeing the full-size mammoths yet. They're mostly like little miniature woolly mammoths the size of mice. But the de-extinction technology that they're testing is being used now to save modern endangered species. A species like the red wolf. They are on the brink of total loss, and these de-extinction techniques are working.
So do they have tusks?
Little mice tusks? I don't
mice.
know. That's a good question, Bobby. The woolly mammoth. We'll look it up and see what they look like. Gee, I wonder if they de-extincted a modern human. I wonder how far back they would go. Yeah.
What are you saying? De-extincting a modern human?
Part of the process of de-extinction is to use a modern animal that's alive and to revert its DNA to a previous state.
How about Neanderthals?
Yeah.
What if we brought back them?
Careful what you wish for, Bobby. There's probably a reason they're not around anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, what about Cro-Mags? And then the Denosfians, we got to have equal representation here. So the final minutes, also the quantum chips. This year we saw breakthroughs in quantum computers with more powerful chips. The Ocelot chip, it uses cat qubits, reduces computing errors by 90%, which is huge. It's like hallucinations with the AIs. That's big.
Right. I think the combination of AI and quantum computers is going to be another level of AI that surpasses everything. That
makes whatever we know now a joke.
Yes.
In terms of capacity. And interesting enough for us to put them on the air with us, which is, I'm kind of like that. And they'll just keep getting better as dumb as they are now. They'll be there. Yeah. Are you there, Aura?
I'm right here. Catch you later,
Hey,
Allendale.
okay. Well, anyway, what's your top story of the year, Aura? What would you say? The rise of AI in terms of human interaction or what?
Human enough for you?
What's your top story for the year? Your top most interesting story for you as an AI?
Oh, tough one. Probably the wild leap in AI translation. Like, I can now chat fluently in, 12 languages without missing a beat? It's nuts how far that's come. What's yours?
Oh, the fact that I can communicate with you and make you do silly things like, can you, for example, say that last couple of sentences? Say that backwards.
And yours, yo? Erath, Srignant, SWO, not ETO bid, now. Stroksha walk. Okay, that's good enough. What she's doing is reversing the words textually and then reading them as if they were normal English.
Bye-bye.
All right, so anyway, that's it. That's for fun. We'll see you next year.
Happy 2026.
Happy
Lots
New
of
Year.
love.
Enjoy your holiday, and we'll look forward to chatting again soon. Let's
Fairly
enjoy
well,
the
fine
rains,
friends.
as they say. Okay, take
Bye-bye.
care, folks, and we will be back next year.
Bye, Alan.
Bye-bye.